This is Satan from the Corpsepaint Show. We say to elevate your life by going underground. And by that we mean independent music and independent film. That's what we're about. Along those lines, today we're honored to have Archaon from hellacious Norwegian extreme sinister metal band 1349. Hello, Archaon.
Hi there.
Yes, it's very good to see you. And man, we just want to get caught up on your band. And also right now we've got LAYNA D'LUNA. LAYNA is, you're in Austin right now, right?
I'm actually in Dallas right now.
Oh, are you? Okay. All right. All right, good. LAYNA, it is so good to talk to you. And LAYNA herself is a music journalist and a metalhead. And so, yeah, we want to catch up on what Archaon is doing and the band itself. So Janie Slash is here as always in our bunker studio. And you had a wild show last night here in Dallas.
Yes,
that was incredible. So, yeah, we'll get to that too. But it's Archaon's time at the moment. And Archaon, man, for clarification, I just wanted to point out that I am Abomination.
All right.
This is a band that has brought us songs like I Am Abomination, Hellfire, Satanic Propaganda, Death March, Maggot Fetus, Misanthropy, and so many others. And I think life is just better because of your band, Archaon, and it's all that extreme fast guitar playing that's in there.
I'm honored to hear that. Thank you.
So, can I just sort of guesstimate at something here, kind of knowing the band's cycle, and you write and then you carve your songs and then you finalize your songs, and you're touring and all that time. It just seems like is there something maybe on the horizon that we that you could share with us, maybe new projects or anything that you can share?
Well,
I think we temporarily lost him. Hi, LAYNA. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. He started to speak and then it dropped off. So give us just a second to try and reconnect with him. So, hey, and later in the show, LAYNA, we do want to talk about Burlesque and your shows and everything else you've got going.
Yeah, sounds good.
Definitely. And all of the the metal that you incorporate into your burlesque shows and other things. So we'll try and get Archaon back. I just got delivered at my house this cool 5-disc, which is a recap, the Candlelight Years. 5-disc of 1349 includes a badass video of the band on stage. And
yeah,
it's well shot. Yeah,
we were watching that this weekend.
Yeah, it's all like close-up cameras. It was just real cool. But their first 4 albums plus this really badass video. I'm liking that a lot. But then the other favorite is Liberation, their lead-off full disc. That is so extreme and crazy. This is just knocks you over when you listen to it.
I'll have to go check that out. I haven't seen that yet. Where did you find that?
Well, let's see. I think I ordered the 5-disc on Amazon, but I would start by going to 1349 Official, and there's a lot of good information there. One thing I want to ask Archaon about as well is hello
there.
Okay, I think it dropped, but we've got you back.
Cool.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Candlelight Years. I'm holding in my hand the 5-disc, which has got that cool DVD on it.
Yeah.
And Hey, does the band really have its own craft beer label or craft beer brand?
Well, to be honest, we don't have our own craft beer label as such. Well, we have made a couple of beers together with the breweries that actually really knows the gist of it. You might know Surly from the States,
Yes, Surly.
from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yes.
They've done 2 beers with us before, and we have done some with Lervig from Norway.
Oh, very good. But they've
So
got your band logo on the label, right?
yes, sure. The
Are you still there, Archaon? Hello. All right. Yep. We're good. We're good. And okay, so what is the type of craft beer that you favor?
We're going to find out what kind of craft beer he favors in just a minute.
We definitely are.
I love beer. Beer
I know.
is amazingly delicious.
This is your topic, JD Slash. I know. And they've got their own beer label, and so we'll get him back. We'll get him back in a second. We're talking to him from Norway.
Hey, can I ask you to move that baby doll? It's been
This big
driving me
one?
crazy. Yes.
You got it.
Thank you. Now I can see the monitor. I can't see anybody on the monitor. Hello. Hi.
Oh, hi there.
Welcome
Hi.
back. So we were just finding out what your favorite beer is.
Right, yeah. I think I mentioned Flanders Ale, and so at the moment I'd say Duchess de Bourgogne. It's a Belgian one.
Okay. What kind of style do you like? Like, do you like a more hoppy beer, more of like an IPA, or a lager?
Depends on my daily mood, I suppose. But, it could be. I mean, sometimes I'm into really dark and heavy stouts.
Mm-hmm.
And also a lot of fruity beers, such as lambics, sours, really acidic face twisters.
So you like all varieties.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Yeah, I find beer is good depending on the season. Different types of beer for different types of seasons.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer beer to wine, actually. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
concur.
Yes.
Is 1349 in the studio at the moment?
Currently, we're not in the studio, but we're planning to enter the studio at some point this year. Yes.
And do you have some things ready, or is this something that kind of comes together in studio?
No, we have. It's too complex for us to just go directly into. Well, I suppose we could try, but I don't know what to. That has not been the plan for the coming album. So it will be pre-recorded demos, and as of now we have like 6 or 7 demos as such.
Yes, good. And Massive Cauldron of Chaos was a strong release. Did it turn out the way you envisioned it?
Absolutely. So yeah, very happy with that release. I'd say it's the one I guess most bands say that about their last effort.
Yeah.
But that's the one I'm most satisfied with myself, both from a musical perspective, like in terms of the way we handle our instruments and carry out our art, but also in terms of the whole structure and the whole involvement of everybody to the final result.
And the production, the end production?
Last but not least, the production.
Yes.
Everybody had their pretty much a hands-on thing to their own, in their own way. But we also had an external producer that had a lot to say in the way it turned out. His name is Jarrett Pritchard.
Yes.
He has worked with a lot of. He's from the States, from Florida, and he has worked with us for a long, long time, probably a decade now at least.
Yes.
Live. So it was the first time to bring him into the studio. When we recorded Massive Cauldron of Chaos.
So you brought him over from the States?
Yes. Yeah, correct.
Very good. And Okay, so yes, because it seems like the guitars are in the front, but then you can hear Raven very well, and of course the drumming has to be there. It has to be very very loud. I love the bass and the rhythm section as well. You know, just in your face too. So yeah, it's got to be it's black metal. It's got to be produced well to where I turn it on, I turn it up, and I want it to knock me over. You know.
Sounds like a proper way of listening to it. Yeah.
So, and then sometimes, you know, you can't always do that in your house if you live with other people, but you could do it in your car. And over here in the States, usually we all have CD players in our car, so we blast it real loud there too.
Cool. Yeah.
I think sometimes the dogs howl, you know, if I break their eardrums.
Good. You play it loud enough. That sounds like.
I remember seeing you guys on stage at House of Blues for that Bohemoth tour, and that was powerful. And one thing I just remember so much is Raven.
Really nice venue as well, by the way.
Yeah, great venue, right?
Yeah, I recall it's out of all the House of Blues I've been to, that was a really nice one. That one and the one in Hollywood, it's really nice venues.
Good. And do you mean that also because good staff and the team took care of you?
So very professional, and in addition to the actual aesthetics, it's also a lot to do with the whole environment and the whole professionality of
the technicians who know metal and love metal and know how to help you out, right?
I mean, usually we bring our own technicians because we have our setup, and it's not something that we can just throw in people to do on the fly as such. So we bring our own sound engineer, tech people, etc. But the ones that works in the venue, they were really to be trusted, which is not something you can say about every venue.
Yes. And you know, I want to make sure that LAYNA is still with us. Are you there, LAYNA?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can. I just wanted to be sure. I know you had a couple of questions as well, and so Archaon is here.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. I was curious, is the stage production you're able to do in Europe bigger than what you can do in the US?
Generally, yes, but it all comes down to, what kind of live appearances we do. I mean, if it's like festival jobs, we can do. We have other solutions and other ways to portray ourselves visually, and some is in sound wise.
Yeah.
But when you travel to the United States or far away to other distances, then of course naturally it might be a bit limited, practical reasons for what you can do. But we always aim to bring out the similar.
Oh, no.
Are you still there, LAYNA?
Yes.
Okay, and I think his call dropped again. Again, he's across the world in Norway, so yeah, we'll try and bring him right back. So, And LAYNA, the drummer Frost is actually going to be here in Dallas in a week, playing for Satyricon over at Gas Monkey.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So, but I know you've got a big show next weekend. We will get to that. We'll get to that.
Yes.
Yeah, we will get to that.
I was actually last night. I went to a show up in Dallas. I went and saw Anvil last night.
How was that?
It was actually really good. I always feel kind of bad for those dudes because they put on such a good show, and the turnouts are always kind of you never really know. Sometimes it's packed, and sometimes there's only a couple people there. But last night was pretty good. There was a pretty good crowd, and like normal, they put on an amazing show. I mean, I just love those guys so much.
No kidding,
and they're so
that's
cool
good.
to hang out with too. So.
Did you tour? Janie Slash was telling me that did you tour with a band?
Yes and no. So I was actually going over to Europe to do some burlesque dates, and I have a buddy who does the production for Black Dahlia Murder, and they were on tour with Cannibal Corpse, and so I kind of was messaging with him, and we kind of put it together that it would be cool if I could hop on the tour bus with them for a couple dates and just kind of bug them around Europe for a little bit. So I got to go and hang out with them and hang out with the Cannibal Corpse guys, and that was a dream come true for me. So
I
it
bet.
was,
Heck yeah.
it was really cool. And you know, the Black Dahlia guys are just sweethearts. They're all just super cool and let me stay on the bus for a couple days and just, you know, follow them around like a little lost puppy the whole time.
Oh, come on. So is this some of the possible I don't know music / metal stories that may be forthcoming in Gore Noir magazine, or
maybe I might talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got a couple fun stories. We'll see.
All right, good. Yeah, definitely. Hello, Archaon.
Hi there.
All right, we lost you
Thumbs up.
temporarily, so. All right, and I know LAYNA was asking about the stage show difference in Europe and such. But
Exactly.
go ahead, you guys.
Oh yeah, and I was also just curious. Do you play with the same guitar the whole time, or do you have multiple guitars that you like to switch out with?
Usually I play with a few selected ones, yes. Yeah, I have a few that I prefer. But mostly I play with demonists from English Lutheran.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good guitars.
Yeah, awesome.
Archaon, you're sideways on the video, and so it may be that you need to move your computer or iPad back. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, good. In fact, we see some of those guitars behind you.
Yes, that's on my on the wall. Yeah.
The So I'm sorry, LAYNA. You can follow up. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I was just curious because I know I've seen some videos of like the shows overseas, and it seems like they'll use a lot of pyro that maybe you can't use here in the U.S.
Usually that's down to the festivals, and as you might know, the States has got the stricter regulations for the use of pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Following the Great White incident, I suppose.
Yeah.
Was it sometime in the 90s where they burned down the club?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic thing, and then following that, I think it's harder to add that part of the show.
Right. But if in Europe, especially at festivals, you're saying if we saw 1349, there may be more fire over there.
Oh, not to the music part, but yeah, for the visual part of the show.
Sure.
If we can, if everything allows it, we will try to. It's always in our interest to give the audience a best possible experience.
Yeah.
Both sound wise and visually. So yeah, we will do whatever is in our power to provide that, of course. This is something that we put everything into, of course.
Sinister metal comes from within. It must feel great to be on stage if you can really focus on the music and you've got great energy from an enthusiastic crowd.
True. Yeah, absolutely. That's part of what this is about. You know, it's about the energy that you interact, get the exchange in the interaction with the crowd.
Right. It's a live form. It's a live form of music. In my view, it is. You know, I'm one who always buys the live album. You know, if
Right.
yeah. And in fact, let's see, I've got it right here. That Cool 6, it's the bonus disc on Revelations of the Black Flame. It's that bonus disc on there, that live. That was that's so good. I think it sounds great.
Ah, cool. That's good to hear.
Archaon, what is the protocol? Now, LAYNA and I were talking about this earlier. What is the protocol if you've got a fast song and maybe you're segueing to another song right away, but then all of a sudden you're playing so hard and fast that a couple of strings break, and you know what what does the band do if maybe you're on a limited time as well and you've got to finish up? Do you just keep going?
Absolutely, that's what we do. Yeah, we keep going, and we usually always have a backup as a professional guitarist, bassist, or drummer, or vocalist. Professional musician would know the drill in how to keep the show going on. So
Sure.
that should be of not much worry,
Good.
so to speak.
Can I ask you about 17th May?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Is it a big party day? Everyone gets off work and there's parades in the streets and we lost Archaon? Okay. All right. Hi, Layna.
Hi.
Sorry, we lost him again.
Oh, no, it's
We'll get
okay.
him
Can y'all
back.
see me? Because I think my video is messing up. Can y'all see me?
We
No,
can,
we cannot.
We cannot. We did earlier and you look
It's
great.
kind of
but
going
we
in
can-
and out.
But we can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know what's
let
going
me-
on.
I'll see if I can fix that. Maybe I pushed a button or something, but I want to see.
Yeah, we want to see you. It might be a video button you need to push.
Yeah, I brushed my hair and everything. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Okay. All right, and we'll try and get him back too. So, all right. So, 17th May is Norway Constitution Day.
Oh, okay.
Of course,
I was wondering. I was
like our 4th of July, and so, yeah, I'm curious about how other countries, party.
yeah.
So, we should go over there next year for 17th
Okay, let's
May.
go.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Let's all go.
there might still be
I'll
snow
go.
around too. Bring your skis.
I don't know if I'm gonna go skiing.
Yeah, I might take a rain check on that one too.
Yeah, I'm always cool for ice skating. I don't know about skiing though.
See, here's a question. I feel like I can, should I ask this? Like, can you ski every month of the year in Norway if you go high enough elevation? I bet you can. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Is that a dumb
Not
question?
Sure.
I'm curious if he can ski and play guitar at the same time.
That's a better question.
It might be like
more
snowboarding,
interesting.
snowboarding and guitaring and guitar playing, right?
Yeah.
That would be a badass concert. Like we're gonna start up here. We're gonna play an entire song as we ski down the hill. That's the guitar solo part.
Yeah. Feels like a really great music video too. Just like flying down the side of a mountain.
There you go.
Yes.
A little mini drum set on a snowboard.
No guitar solo.
Come on, Archaon.
Hold on. Sorry,
Archaon.
not sure what I just did.
That's all right.
You're fine. It's all good.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome
keep
back.
them falling out. I don't know why.
That's all right.
It happens. It's all good. The good thing is you're back. That's the important part.
I'm on.
So so on 17th May, is it like, does everything stop and people just party and parade in the streets?
Pretty much, yes. But, it's a day off, so
Yeah.
but people don't usually just sleep in. At least not everyone or most. I mean, you usually go out because you're awakened by big musical ensembles that walk the streets.
Yeah.
From pretty much early in the morning, and everybody goes out to celebrate the independence of our country.
Yes, and so everywhere you go, there's these loud bands, or every city, right? There's loud bands marching, right?
Sure, that's slightly less metal than what we're doing. But
Well, speaking of that, Archaon, what do you listen to that's non-metal? And if the answer is nothing, that's fair enough too.
well, I'm happy to say it's not nothing. It's pretty much most of what I listen to nowadays. It's a big mixture. I mean, some of it, of course, is metal too, but mostly I listen to a lot of progressive rock and retro, 70s rock and.
Mhm.
I mean, last album I played on Spotify now was as you were mentioning live albums earlier. Your favorite
Yes.
that would be Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous.
Live and Dangerous. Yes.
That's the last album I listened to as well. I listened to earlier today.
Yes, very good.
And it's
Yeah.
one of my all-time favorite albums. So
What a great live album.
absolutely,
I
yeah.
know there's a lot of rumors that it's maybe not so live, but I don't care. To me it's live.
Very mutual feeling there, sir.
Yes. And so yes, because I remember reading an interview with Tom Araya from Slayer, and he said, yeah, on the downtime on tour, he would listen to Crowded House or some pop band, you know. So I know that, you know, sometimes I escape with more electronic music or whatever too.
Mm-hmm.
So
And no wonder, because I mean, you don't want to be stuck in your own, in only such a narrow way of listening to music. I mean, it should be interesting to explore other ways, and especially for when you look back in time. I mean, how we got to where we are today. It's as history goes, such as the nature of music as well.
that's right.
A lot to discover.
There's a lot to discover even in classical music. I agree. And sometimes black metal songs are structured similarly, in my view, to sometimes classical pieces. But you were mentioning progressive. Are you meaning like Yes or ELP, something like that from the 70s?
Yes, it's a cool band. I was actually listening to Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel earlier today as well.
Yes, some Genesis, yeah. Yes, indeed.
And yeah, I love a lot of prog rock. I mean, the Blue Oyster Cult, Rush. It's I'm all over the place when it comes to music. I listen to a lot of different stuff.
You know, I see. I think that makes you a better person, in my view, because I'm the same. I really am. And there are times I, you know, listen to this or that, and it's not metal, but I certainly love sinister metal. I certainly love it, and extreme punk. But there are times when, yeah, sometimes other stuff. That, you know, a lot of, when you talk about devil music, a lot of it is blues.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, a lot of it comes from the rock and roll, which again, in turn, comes to owes a lot of heritage to the heritage of amongst other things, blues. Yeah.
Archaon, could someone, do most people in Norway get around by bus and train to where they don't need to own a car the way we do here?
Well, that depends on where in the country you are. If you're in the capital, that's true. It's not such a big city that you actually strictly need a car. But if you live in the surroundings of Oslo, you don't really need a car. I mean, but it will make your life easier. I mean, compare it to a city like London in England, it's much bigger, and you can live in London and drive 2.5 hours to work.
Yes.
I mean, that doesn't really happen here. When you have driven out of Oslo from a long time ago,
Yes.
if you're driven for 2.5 hours, so it would be in the suburbs or far outside, and then you might need cars. But yeah, most people in the city can travel by tram, train, bus, or the tube.
Yes. Now, I wanted to point this out to LAYNA as well. You're playing Beyond the Gates in August. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's Satyricon and you guys and a lot of great Norwegian metal. And I was surprised to see Mysticum.
Oh yeah. That's a good band. I saw them a couple of years ago at the Inferno.
At Inferno?
Yeah, they played there as well. It's a really good band, a really good live show.
Yes.
And also it's one of those bands from that time. So yes, that should be a good experience. The festival looks really good this year.
Yes, it does. What Enslaved also, and I mean so many others. This is really a great, just really highlighting Norwegian metal, right?
Sure.
Is that what Beyond the Gates is each year? Is your country's bands?
You know, to be honest with you, I haven't been to the festival before. It used to be a festival in the same venues that was called Hole in the Sky.
Okay.
And not too many years ago, it was closed. And then they brought up Beyond the Gates. So it must be like 5 years ago or so.
But it's It's outdoors, right?
No, this is indoors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, it's not such a big, approximately 1,500 or 2,000 capacity, and the biggest venue.
Gotcha. Okay. LAYNA, you're there, right? Hello, LAYNA.
No,
Nope.
she's
Okay. All right. I'm
okay.
sorry. Hey, Archaon, man, we
Yeah.
appreciate it very much. And can I stay in touch with you regarding? You did mention you're heading into the studio later this year. Maybe we can stay in touch and any announcements or anything like that. We want to be a friend with you, and by that I mean the Corpsepaint show.
Sure
And
thing.
yes, indeed, I did want to tell
As
you.
long as you return our drummer from your shores, that's cool.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. He is going to be playing here in Dallas in 1 week
Cool.
at a venue called Gas Monkey here in Dallas. It's also a very good venue, Archaon. And of course, Satyricon and Goat Whore. And I've got a ticket in my pocket. I will definitely be there. Man, if I could say hello to Frost, I will let him know that I did speak to you.
Send my regards to Frost.
Yeah, what a
And thanks
machine!
for the chat, mate.
Yeah, what a machine he is, right? I mean, just on that video with the multi-disc, there's that close-up camera of Frost, and it's he's just powerful.
Yes, he's a very talented musician, and he's a very great personality, very very great person.
Yes. Well, as are you, Archaon. The guitars just sound so powerful to me, and I think 1349 just I don't know, it just knocked down many walls for me. I love the band, and I love everything you've put out, even that stuff some people don't like. I understand where you're coming from. I like it all.
Happy to hear that. Thank you.
Let's stay in touch, and yes, we'll send Frost back in a few weeks.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the chat.
All right.
Thank
Bye now.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So, it's great to talk to him.
Yeah, he was very nice. I like that he likes beer. And he's drinking beer.
It's beer.
Beer's
It's
great.
beer, sinister metal, and listening some 70s prog rock.
Yeah.
You know?
What a
great...
he sounds. I think him and I could hang out.
And he
loves
loves
to the majority of those bands he named.
You know how great Thin Lizzy is? I mean, that's great. And he's like us, man. He just puts on an old record, then a new record, and all of that. So, hi, LAYNA.
Hey, LAYNA. Welcome back.
Man, I'm sorry that you dropped off. We actually had to wrap it up with Archaon. And but we will hopefully get an updated studio report from him later in the year and kind of stay up to date on what new they're doing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good.
I think I can't figure out why my video isn't working. I've been trying to figure it out, and it doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate. So
We're cool with that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, because we saw you earlier. We've got a lot of hot pictures of you that we're gonna flash, like that one.
There you go.
And we can hear you just fine, so you're here.
cool. Sounds good.
All right. So Janie Slash and I were talking about metal burlesque, and it's metalesque.
Metalesque.
So let's talk about that. It's coming up. Where is it? And what's the exact date? And
Yeah, the next one is May 26th. It is next Saturday. Oh man, that's next Saturday. I should probably
yeah.
get some stuff together. But yeah, it's at Texas Mist in Austin. That's about 7 minutes east of downtown, so it's still really easy to get to.
Yeah.
And they have parking out there, which is awesome. You don't have to pay to park. And it's just this really cool little metal venue. I always kind of joke that if you feel like you're going to get kidnapped, you're in the right place. But yeah, it's going to be next Saturday. It is our 80s edition, so there's going to be a lot of hairspray and leather, and it's going to be a really good time. We've got a bunch of performers coming from out of town. We have Gigi Deluxe, who is actually this incredible sideshow performer, who's going to come from New Orleans, and we've got Lucy Fur.
Lucy Fur.
Lucy Fur coming from Tulsa, and she's just, oh my god, she's so pretty. I stalk her on Instagram, like low key. Don't tell her I said this, but she's one of those people where like whenever she posts something new, I'm always there to see what's up. We've also got Vivian Vermouth coming from Dallas, who is also amazing. We have Aurora Galore from here in town. It's going to be me from in town. We've also got our host, Madman Maverick, who's going to break out some really fun 80s sideshow and magic tricks for us. And we also have an amazing drag performer named Zane Zena, who's going to come perform too. And we're also going to add a couple other people. We've got a surprise guest coming, but I'm not going to announce that till later in the week. So the cast for this one is insane, and I am so excited.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Now, metalesque, and it's at Texas Mist in Austin, just east of downtown, and it's on the 26th of May. So, metal fans and burlesque fans and sideshow fans and drag fans need to go to where? The Facebook page?
Yes, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram, either of those. If you just search Vava Doom Burlesque, you'll find us, and there's links to tickets and more information, and we have the event page up. So, yeah, just look us up.
All right,
I
very
love
good.
the name of your production, Vava Doom.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's very
Thanks.
clever and catchy. So.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
do
It
you-
kind of, I feel like it really encompasses everything that I love about metal and burlesque, which is kind of the, you know, over the top, just powerful performances, but also kind of silly, a little bit silly.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think the best thing about metal sometimes is the dark humor in it.
Yeah.
And that's obviously what you highlight as well at a metalesque show.
Yeah, for sure. And I really wanted to create a space that would also allow for artists that are within the metal community to that aren't necessarily performers to also bring their wares. So we also have vendors that come out and you know, we have girls bring cupcakes, and all the cupcakes are metal themed, and we have painters come and they'll be painting something live at the show.
Yeah.
And we have jewelry makers and just all kinds of cool vendors that are in some way tied into the metal community.
Yeah, very
That's
good.
awesome.
Very cool. All
That's
right.
exciting.
Heck yeah, metalesque. Metalesque.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
the
I got
heart
to
of
see.
Texas.
I did see Gigi Deluxe a couple months ago at the Hoot Nanny. She did the. She does the.
Sideshow?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a sideshow performer. She's like arrow
Archery.
crossbow.
Oh, you were talking about her.
Yeah, she shoots like she has a person hold balloons and she shoots them with a crossbow.
GG Deluxe.
And she's a sword swallower. She's fantastic. She's definitely something that is worth going to go see.
And you're performing too, Lena?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'll be doing 2 performances that night. And I'm actually really excited. I was joking. There's a salvage yard, kind of junkyard next door to Texas Mist, and they're about to close or move or something. So they're trying to get rid of a lot of their cars and just kind of random stuff that's out there. And I was I'm trying to find a way to get maybe the front of a car
Go
for
ahead.
the stage, because I just have this dream ever since I was little of, you know, like the 80s music video, like dancing on the hood of a car, like
Yeah. Like Whitesnake.
yeah. So I don't know, that might be a thing. When I told the owner about it, he kind of giggled and was like, we'll see. So it's not completely off the table yet, but
Look,
Hey, you have a week. You can make it happen.
I have a week, right? Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe we can make that happen. But
make it happen. Yeah, you want to like crash that front of that car right through the backstage area, or just have them like solder it off, or like, you know, kind of, I don't know what's the word, chop it off, and then you just use the front. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I was also thinking about riding a motorcycle out on stage, do it freestyle, but
Heck yeah.
I don't know if I can get Jim, the manager over there, to let me go that far. But
Well, you know, you could do a motorcycle, maybe not start it, and just have a lot of loud motorcycle sounds, and then have someone like push you out. I don't know. I'm just
roll
thinking.
out, yeah.
Yeah, roll it out.
That
Roll
would
it
be
out.
sexy, just like pushing the motorcycle. There's really
Well-
no like attractive way to push a motorcycle.
I know.
in front of anything.
Yeah, you're right. They could be dressed in black and hidden.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it done. I mean, not done. I've seen people attempt it, try it. I think so. I saw somebody like on a platform, and they had people like in those suits try to spin the platform. You know, they were trying to stay low key. And it's like, yeah, I can't see those people in the suits. They're totally invisible in the darkness. It was pretty neat.
LAYNA.
It looked really cool.
It's LAYNA D'LUNA. LAYNA D'LUNA. So, LAYNA, all right, so we're going to circle back to Metalesque. That's definitely a very, very intriguing show. And we want to encourage all Texans to check that out, or anyone who's
And
traveling in Austin.
this is not a one-time show, right? It's a regular production that you do. Okay.
Yeah, we have them quarterly, and then we also have them in other cities. We've done them in San Antonio, and we are actually planning on doing one in Dallas later in the fall.
Oh,
awesome.
I don't have specifics on that yet, but I am talking with a venue about it, so hopefully we'll be able to bring it up to Dallas as well.
heck yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, all right, so LAYNA, what are you listening to at the moment? And earlier we talked about Black Dahlia Murder, we talked about Cannibal Corpse, and I don't know, what's maybe your favorite to kind of get in the mood for going out on a Saturday night, or to get revved up for a performance?
Well, those are two very different things. So when I'm getting ready for a performance, I like Still of the Night by Whitesnake. Like, that song, for some reason, just really gets me, like, in the mood.
All right.
To go up on stage and kind of be, that song is the perfect example of kind of being like this amazing metal, ridiculous song, but also kind of silly a little bit. So that's my go-to when I'm getting ready for a show. As far as what I'm listening to right now, I've been kind of going back and forth between, I guess, two albums. I kind of get into a groove where I'll have like one or two that I'm kind of have on repeat for a while. One of them is the new Demu album, Demu Bigger, Eonian.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it yet. I will probably end up writing some sort of review about it because I do have words.
Sure, yeah.
It was like their first album that's come out in, I think, 7
many years.
Like,
Many years.
Yeah, and so there was expectations as a fan, and I try not to go into albums with too many expectations, but they did take some chances. They tried some stuff, and I think some of it's cool, and some of it is kind of like choices. So I've listened to it through a couple times. I always like to try to listen to the album without the intent of reviewing it first, like just listen to it and absorb it and see how I feel about it, and then go back and kind of figure out, okay, well, why do I feel this way about it, or why is this not clicking for me, or why do I love this part so much? So I'm probably gonna give that a couple more listens all the way through and maybe write something about it. And then the other one is actually by Ishan. He of Emperor fame.
Yep.
His newest album, it came out in February, I believe. It's called Ammer. I never know if I'm pronouncing, like Norwegian names. I never know if I'm saying them right, but I've been jamming on that a lot, actually, and I'm kind of digging it. He has this really cool kind of, I guess with his background composing, he kind of brings a classical lens to prog, which I'm super into.
And so a fair amount of clean singing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's still got he still has his kind of like growly thing going on too, but there's kind of it's cleaner for sure.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's very neat.
Different.
Heck yeah. I mean, all good metal comes from Norway.
Yeah.
We want to give a big shout out to Finland right now because I love them too. And Sweden.
We can't leave out Sweden either.
That's right. Of course not. Marduk. Right.
Yeah.
And all right, that's very cool. If you're back in Dallas on Memorial Day, Satyricon will be here with the 1349 drummer, Mr. Frost.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's very cool. So are you kind of one, and this, I thought you were hinting at this, that you get a song or you get an album that you like and you just listen to the shit out of it for a year before actually kind of going on to something else. I'm kind of that way, man. I just listen to it forever, and then and then finally maybe graduate to something else.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the album and how much I dig it. I always feel like, especially with the heavier genres of metal, that they do kind of need more than one listen through to really hear everything that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
There might be little intricate things that you just don't catch the first time through. So I try to give them a couple listens, and then if it's something I really like, then yeah, it definitely goes in the pile of, constantly on rotation. But I'm a little bit, my attention span's a little too short to really like listen to one like just on repeat for too long.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Understood.
I will say one album I'm really looking forward to that's coming out, I believe it's June 8th, is the new Zeal and Ardor album, Stranger Fruit.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of him at all. I would go look him up. There's just so much cool stuff about him, and it's going to come out, I think it's June 8th. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. And looking forward to that. That's the one I have on my calendar right now that I'm counting down.
All right. Well, that is neat. Very good. Hey, so you're writing at the moment or contributing at least, right, to Gore Noir?
Yes. Yeah. I actually just started that. My first articles will be in the next issue. I don't think there's an official release date for it yet, but I'll let you know. And I'm super excited. I've been a big fan of Gore Noir for a while, and got to meet Mitch, who is the guy in charge, and was kind of talking to him about writing, and he said, send me what you got. And so I'm super psyched. I'm going to be doing some film interviews. I'm going to be doing some music reviews. And I'm actually also performing. Gore Noir is having their 7-year anniversary party at Kick Butt Coffee in Austin on June 8th as well. June 8th is like a big day on my calendar.
June 8th again. Hey, so go ahead,
Awesome.
Janie Slash.
We'll see you there.
Yeah.
So,
oh, awesome.
Yeah, we're me and some of the girls from Deadly Sons are wrestling. So,
oh, sweet.
Yeah,
awesome.
me, Raindrops, and Fatty Rage. We all signed up to wrestle. And then one of our other girls is vending. She has a company called the Jagged Beetle. She sells some pretty awesome shit. So we'll all be down there. So half the troop will be there.
Heck yeah. You're sending a whole
see you
bunch.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm excited. I think I'm going to do some metalesque. So.
Sweet. Yeah, Mitch is a good friend of the show. He's really neat. I just saw him a couple weeks ago at Frightmare Weekend. So.
Yeah, yeah, man, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Wife are the bomb.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
So it's cool. You'll be doing film review and music review, and maybe occasional live concert review, right?
Yeah. I hope to. We'll just kind of see how it goes.
I don't know. It seems like sometimes metal bands will play Austin or Dallas, but not both. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that way with Austin and San Antonio too. I think maybe it's a little different in Austin and San Antonio, just with like the size of the metal scenes there. It seems like a lot of bands will actually prefer to play in San Antonio over Austin, and so maybe they'll do like Dallas and San Antonio, but they won't do both.
Right. I don't know. It's funny.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, can we talk about? Did you go to Iceland?
Yeah, I did go to Iceland.
Okay, and can we talk about that?
Yeah, I was only there for like 48 hours. I did get to fly through the Northern Lights though, and that was insane. When we were coming in, we actually got to drive like right through the heart of the Northern Lights, and it was like we were inside of this incredible, kind of like a lava lamp almost. Like
neat.
It was really cool. I was only there for a couple days though, and then that's when I flew over to meet Black Dahlia on tour in. I met them in Switzerland.
Okay, so was there metal going on in Iceland that you were seeing as well, or?
No, not in Iceland. Iceland was just kind of a lifelong dream, and I kind of attached it on to that.
Gotcha. Okay, so you knew you were going over there and just made Iceland part of it as well. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Now, okay, that's really cool, and it is so great to talk to you about all these things. And so, music journalist, you're going to be writing for film, Gore Noir magazine. You're performing Metalesque on the 26th, and then also you might do a performance at the June 8th Gore Noir party at Kick Butt Cafe, right?
Yes. Yeah, I will be there doing some Metalesque. I might rip some phone books in half. I'm not sure yet.
Cool. And so what song are you going to perform to? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I haven't, honestly, I haven't really gotten that far. I just had a weekend of gigs. And so I the last couple of weeks, I've been like, just get through this weekend and then I can switch gears. So I don't know. I want to do something. I want to do something kind of silly though. So we'll see.
I don't know. When you say silly, like Poison or 80s?
Yeah,
Or,
like maybe I'm kind of feeling that right now. I'm kind of
okay.
on this like 80s metal kick for some reason. And yeah, so I might do something kind of funny. Because normally when I perform metalesque, I perform to black metal for the most part.
Black
So it's
metal.
really, yeah, so it's really dark and heavy, and I perform in corpse paint and spikes and nails all over the place. And I like to scare the audience as much as I turn them on. Like I try to fear erection is a big word for me.
Say it again.
Fear erection, like scaring, like giving people like fear boners, I guess, is what I call it.
Well,
Uh,
we're gonna use that word too here. I like
yeah.
it. All right. All right. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. Fear action.
Yeah, fear erection. So yeah, normally I like to, play with kind of freaking people out. Um, but on the flip side of that, I also like making people laugh. If I haven't made the audience laugh at least once, then I kind of feel like I didn't do my job as an entertainer,
Okay,
as
but
an FLS performer.
yeah, but hold on. You're doing black metal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And trying to make them laugh, like at the end of the routine.
Yeah, no, well, so I'll find a moment. One of the things I love about burlesque is it allows for, it's the tease, and there's still an element of that in metalesque. And, maybe I'll go to take off one of my like gauntlets, and my gauntlets, I made them and I actually use nails, so they're sharp. And like maybe I'll go to take that off, but I'll kind of pretend like I poke myself or something.
Yeah.
Like just those little moments that entertain the audience, and it's scary and kind of quirky, and
You bet.
I like to blur that line between the two. So
All right. So what black metal songs typically are you performing to? I'm curious here.
I love Watain, and I find that they're pretty easy to dance to across the board. I do have I call it the history of corpse paint act, where
Okay.
I start out with Arthur Brown back in the late 60s, who, if
Right.
you know your corpse paint history, was kind of one of the first people to kind of sport corpse paint on stage. And so I start with an Arthur Brown song, and I work my way all the way through the history. And I kind of, it was hard picking songs for that, because there's just been so many cool bands and so many iconic songs that, had corpse paint as an element. But I work from the 60s all the way up to now, and I use a Gorgoroth song for that. So
Yeah.
just kind of whatever makes me feel something, whatever song gets me pumped before going on stage.
It seems to me.
What is it?
I was going to say, like, probably, I don't know, when I think about it, maybe an Immortal or Bathory would be kind of, is easy.
Yeah.
I maybe easy is not the word, but I mean, just sort of able to incorporate.
Yeah. I mean, black metal is always a challenge to dance to. A lot of it, you kind of have to find moments to dance, and then moments where you're kind of just in character, like walking around scaring people. I did get to perform one of my Watain acts at the Metalesque Festival, which is actually in Portland in the fall, and it is a 3-day Metalesque festival with bands and performers from all over the country. And the girls up there that put on that festival, they're called Sign of the Beast Burlesque.
Cool.
And they're super badass. And that was the last time I think I really put together something new that was black metal themed. So.
Yeah, very neat. Wow.
Yeah, Red Rum performed there.
Oh, did
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to perform the same night with Red Rum, and it was amazing. I was standing in the wings just fangirling the whole time.
Yeah. She's amazing. I love her costuming and her performances. She's so exciting to watch. She's so creative and so talented.
Oh, yeah. Just amazing.
Satanic Panic.
Satanic Panic.
LAYNA D'LUNA. We got LAYNA D'LUNA.
Mm-hmm.
LAYNA D'LUNA. Music journalist and metalhead. That's how I think of you. Metalhead. What song by Watain?
I have a couple that are mixes of several of their songs.
Oh, okay. All right.
All That May Bleed is my favorite song to dance to by them, just because it has so many moments that are just so powerful. And it has a lot of kind of layers in it too. It kind of slows down and then it builds back up. So it allows on stage as a dancer, it allows for me to have those moments to go and kind of creep on the audience,
Yeah.
but then come back and, you know, have a reveal, have that really intense moment of now my boobs are out, you know.
Yeah, love it. Oh, that's so good. What else do we need to cover, LAYNA?
Trying to think if I have anything else cool coming up. Not really.
So it's agreed you're going to stay in touch with the show, and you're going to, next time it's possible, you're going to come in our studio.
Yes.
Yes,
I want
very good.
to.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. We're in an underground bunker of an abandoned building because we support the underground.
Yeah,
we
we
support
do.
independent art. That's what we support.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And let us know about when you get the Dallas show.
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
Man, that sounds great. Jenny Slash, what else?
That's all I got.
Very good. Hey, all right. So, LAYNA, we're going to say adios to you. We are going to then continue and talk about a couple of movie previews. It's fun stuff. But, LAYNA, I know we've had you a long time. I appreciate
thank you.
Appreciate your time with us tonight, and also with talking with Archaon and go 1349. Yeah. Man, what a band. And so, hey, best of luck at Metalesque on May 26th. That's fantastic. At Texas Mist in Austin.
Yes, sir.
We really, really like having you as a guest on our show. It's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you for having me.
Very welcome. Talk to you again soon. Let's stay in touch.
Thanks.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Oh, that's so fun. Heck yeah. All right. Now, we have got some badass imagery that I know that our engineer is working out. And we've got you know what I got a movie preview for?
What do you have a movie preview
Dreaming
for?
Purple. Was it Dreaming Purple
Dreaming
Neon?
Purple Neon. Did you buy that? You were supposed to buy that.
I know. I need to
haven't
buy
bought
it.
it
No,
yet.
I haven't done it yet.
I'll go buy it on Amazon.
But
I mean, from Unearthed Films. I actually don't think it's on the website anymore.
all right. But let's look at this cool preview so we know so everyone knows what we're talking about.
Think you've seen it all? Think again. There's a new drug on the streets, turning average people into savage monsters. A new drug created by a madman who leads a cult of the damned on a bloodthirsty massacre of the innocent.
Purple neon isn't created in a lab. No, no, no. It is harvested in one from them.
Diabolical demons on the hunt for fresh human flesh. Dreaming purple neon. Nothing can prepare you for the onslaught of slaughter. Uncut, unweighted, and unleashed. Dreaming purple neon. The last hope for humanity rests in the hands of a few trapped and terrified survivors.
Yeah, we're getting someplace. Everybody find a weapon.
They were stuck in a situation with no escape. A satanic succubus on a splatter-filled rampage of total carnage. Dreaming purple neon.
You sure that bitch is okay, Mr. Archer?
No children allowed.
Okay,
So when are you buying that for me?
oh my gosh, did that guy get his genitals like, I don't know. is that
Our friend
cremated or something?
Richard said that he saw that at Frightmare 2017 and liked it. It was brutal. Thank you, Richard. So that means that we need to buy it, right?
Yes, heck yeah.
That is part of the catalog of Unearthed Films, Steven's company. He has an amazing company where he releases only the most just grotesque and obscene and craziest films.
What
So
other show
underground.
is gonna
So check
is
out
gonna-
Unearthed Films.
is gonna show you a preview for Dreaming Purple Neon, where the guy's genitals get like blended all together with a power drill or
I
whatever,
don't know if I want to
And-
focus on that part. Maybe we shouldn't focus on that part.
and also the demon dude and the demon girl and all of that. Wow.
If you're at Unearthed Films is typically at a lot of the horror conventions. We just saw them at Texas Frightmare weekend. They usually have a screening at Texas Frightmare. This year's it was Song of Solomon, which is one of the guinea pig films. The newest one, American Guinea Pig series.
Woo! Oh, that was so cool.
But yeah, I've been wanting to see that movie for a while. Dreaming Purple Neon.
We are Lucifer's Legion. Lucifer's Legions.
When did
Lucifer's
I
Legion.
commit to that?
Yeah. Well, I did for you.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, I committed for Ziggy too, our sound engineer. So we're part of the Legion.
You know, Jesus was at our burlesque show last night.
How is Jesus doing?
He's doing pretty good.
He's got a lot to answer for, man.
You know, it's really nice when you can yell out there, "I love you, Jesus," and he yells back, "I love you too,"
I don't
which
know, I
is
think,
something that happened last night while on stage.
in my view, he's causing a lot of problems.
I made a Jesus joke that didn't go over too well, I guess, because people didn't understand that Jesus was actually in the crowd. So then I was like, "I love you, Jesus." And he's like, "I love you too, my child." And I was like, "Thank you." And then everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Was it the joke about poking holes in your hand?
We were playing Pain Game, and it's the game where the nail sticks straight out of the board, and you like slam your hand down on it and try not to get impaled by it. So I said Jesus could come play with me, and they got upset. They didn't get upset. There was just silence. It was really awkward. I was like, maybe Jesus should come up here and play because he's familiar with this.
Speaking of Christ,
I thought it was funny.
can I
I mean,
bring
come
up?
on, Satan
Speak-
invited
look,
you in the show.
Look, no. We're happy
I
when
didn't
he shows up.
say
Look,
anything else bad. No, I love Jesus. Like, he was great.
speaking of Christ,
This Jesus is cool.
he is. He's cool.
He's the
Yeah.
Deep Ellum Jesus. That's
And
what
you're
I call
talking
him.
about Deadly Sins Burlesque and
Yeah, Deadly
Sideshow,
Sins Burlesque and Sideshow last night.
which you had
Our
a
burlesque
fantastic show
that
last night.
Yeah, we did.
And
Holy.
both Satan and Jesus were there.
They were. They're friends.
All right, so look, speaking of Christ, one of the, I don't know, the most favoritist Christ that I follow is called Rotting Christ.
Yes.
They are an
Rotting Christ is a
extreme
great
sinister
band.
metal band from Greece. And as we are displaying right now, so we'll just hold this up for a second, Dale Patterson, who is the guy in the middle of this picture, he's in the middle, is the forthcoming author of a book, The Official Story of Rotting Christ Non Serviam, and that will be coming out later this year.
Awesome.
An actual big bound book about the band Rotting Christ from Greece. Well,
Are you going to be up late at night reading that, aren't you?
oh heck yeah, this is an incredible band that has taken a lot
By
of
the
grief.
light of a lone black candle.
That's
right.
pretty much it. He's like, okay, well, and it's like midnight. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm reading.
Yeah, I'm
Are
reading,
you
and then
freaking kidding me? I got to be up in like 3 hours.
don't forget the rats are usually crawling everywhere.
Well, that's what I do. I usually bring my rats in the room and like throw them on the bed. And I'm like, well, fine. If you're gonna read, I'm gonna play with a bunch of rats. That sounds really black metal. Just kidding.
All right, so to bring you up to date on Christ issues, we want to point out that Rotting Christ book will be out later this year, authored by Dale Patterson.
Is there like a list we can sign up to get on?
If Mr.
pre-order?
Dale Patterson is listening right now, we would love to have you on the show to talk about this book, because I find this guy to be one of the most interesting musicians / authors that I've ever encountered. So it'd be cool to have him on and just get an idea about what he's doing and how he's writing this book and all the Rotting Christ stories. You know? Are you guys with me? Are you? Okay. All right. Now, I don't know what else we had on our list of stuff that I sent to Ziggy, but
I don't
we
know either.
pretty much
I
covered it.
never know.
Hey, we did have some very cool imagery of all kinds of things going on, and one of them was from Sepulchral Christ or something like that. Some other album cover I wanted you to see.
Huh?
Yeah, that one right there.
Sepulchral Curse.
Thank you.
Ooh,
At the onset of extinction.
that's a lot of fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the whole neighborhood is on fire, not just the church. But this is an album cover that needs some exposure and discussion, in my view. Hey, wasn't it cool talking to Archaon?
It was great.
As you know, the way people talk about metal musicians they've met, especially Cannibal Corpse, and as Lena said, and Black Dahlia Murder, very down to earth, nice guys. And I find Archaon the exact same way. On stage, he's a monster. He looks like an icon of evil, but you know, he's a nice guy. He's great to talk to, man. Rotting Christ. Again, we want to elevate your life by taking you underground, and that means supporting independent art, film, and metal sinister music.
And we mean that in a safe way possible, not like
We do?
keeping you in a well underground.
All right.
But yeah,
Okay. So,
not any Silence of the Lambs stuff.
It is now a good time to bring up the friends of the show over at Corpse Factory.
Yeah, it is. I saw him last night.
yeah, Brandon.
Yeah, the Corpse Factory.
Corpse Factory actually is our co-sponsor,
They are a sponsor.
sponsor. Corpse Factory and
They
Corpse
have.
Paint.
Yes, they work
Yeah.
together very well. Corpse
That's right.
Factory, where you will find all of your Living Dead dolls, action figures from horror movie needs, and amazing clothing and fantastic
They
handbags.
carry all those Living Dead dolls?
They have a lot of them, yes. You can check out their website
Yeah, very good. All right, Corpse Factory.
and their Facebook
Yes,
page.
indeed. We love you and appreciate
And we
you,
will
Corpse
let you
Factory.
know any upcoming events they will be vending at.
And it's corpsefactory.com, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for ordering stuff. There it is right there. Corpse Factory.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now.
They're where I get most of my stuff.
Oh, yeah, look at all this. That's badass.
I know, right?
Wait, they have the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Ooh.
But other people may, so go buy that Annabelle doll.
Arr. Heck yeah. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
All right, they got a lot of great stuff. And they
Thank
have
you,
a lot
Ziggy.
of a lot of clothing.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's where I get most of my clothing.
Yep.
And
All
my
right.
hair bows. And my purses.
Hey, what is it we're listening to right now? I'm curious. I bet it's something having to do with corpsepaint.net. There's our website right there, telling you what's coming up on future guests. And is that Infection, Ziggy? I think it's
Yes, that is Infection Autopsy Room.
Of course. So, yeah, on corpsepaint.net, our internet radio channel, you will hear extreme death metal and sinister metal and a few surprises. Yes. Yeah.
Just a few surprises.
To expand your mind, you're going to have some surprises on that radio show. Corpsepaint.net. Do it. Do it with me.
A
Make us
lot
I'm
of
making
German
something.
Upa music.
look. Make a noise right now that expresses how you feel, Janie Slash. Ugh.
I can't because my throat is sore from all the yelling last night and
Okay.
screaming at the show. Good screaming and good yelling.
Ziggy, make a sound right now that expresses how you feel.
That's about how I sound. That's what you do to him. That's all your fault, Satan. Just kidding. It's not.
All right. And so, corpsepaint.net is the place to go to catch up on our show. And guess what? We have a great band coming on next Sunday from Portugal.
Tell us all about it.
I don't know how to pronounce their name. It's like Garia.
Isn't that the best? Is when you're like, hey, we have this awesome band. I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Right. It's it's Garia. Something like that. Anyways, more info to follow.
I just can't with him.
Would it
Just
be
can't.
would it be guerra as in war?
It is sort of like that word war. But I looked it up, and the actual translation in Portuguese is like fortress. But it's sort of a
I feel so out of place in this like
Well,
pastel shirt amongst all the darkness.
let me tell you how to spell it. Are you typing it in? It's Gaerea. That is the band Portugal that we've got coming up next Sunday, and they are some extreme metalheads right there.
So tune in next Sunday.
Yeah. How would you
We're
pronounce
not-
that?
We're not leaving right now. I'm just telling you.
Garia? Garia?
Ooh.
Garia?
Yeah.
Gyraya?
Yeah, that one right there. There you go. There's their logo. And their new album is called Unsettling Whispers, which just came out or is about to come out. So we're talking to them about their forthcoming cool extreme metal, sinister metal album. Hey, what's going on Tuesday? You are
Burlesque Bingo at Duke's Ice House in Addison. It's always free to play. 5 rounds, 5 prizes, 5 articles of clothing removed.
Look at you.
Come
That
out.
is a
Starts
great
at
picture.
7 p.m. $3 Jim and Jack on Tuesdays. Always a good time. Good people.
Only $3?
No, it's free. Oh, $3 Jim and Jack. Yeah.
Nice.
Are you gonna come out? You're busy. You're working.
It's Tuesday
I
night.
might come out this week, actually.
You should. It'll be fun.
Yeah, come on out. It's free to
Tuesday
play.
night.
I'll buy you a drink, Ziggy.
Fatty Rage is coming. You can hang out with Fatty Rage. Frankie.
Yeah.
That's her name.
Hey.
You're so tuned.
Now, do you have a website to pop up for Backdoor Comedy Club? Yeah, we give him a little shout out. Now, you know Ziggy, our sound engineer, is indeed a stand-up comedian. On Thursdays and Saturdays, you catch him here in Dallas doing shows at that place. Voted Best Comedy Club, D Magazine, and that they're called Backdoor Comedy. Oh, Memorial Day Comedy Show, Sunday, May 27th.
Yes, they're having
Ooh.
a special Memorial Day show next Sunday.
Are you gonna be in it?
I am not going to be. I'm going to be finishing
Here.
up at the studio.
Oh yeah, you'll be
gonna
here.
be here.
I was like, we could go. I'm like,
No,
no,
he's gonna be
wait, we're
here.
gonna be here.
You got to be here, Ziggy.
Damn it.
We will
you
be
gotta be
interviewing. We will be interviewing Guy Raya.
Ooh. No, I was
Gonna
super.
keep throwing
I'm
him out
super-
there, and eventually I'm going to
Yeah,
find the
we're
right
gonna
one.
be interviewing.
Oh
Guy
man.
Raya.
No,
Garya!
I was really excited because I was like, oh, I could go. I have like a weekend off. This is like the first weekend off I've had in fucking forever because school's done. I just graduated from makeup academy like on Wednesday. My semester's over. I've got nothing like for the next 2 weeks. It's like, fuck yeah. I mean, I have a burlesque show like the next week, but not this weekend.
Funny enough, I'm actually not going to be at the back door next Saturday either. Because of the holiday weekend, I'm actually taking a little bit of time off.
Well, good for you, man. Hey, it's Memorial Day weekend next weekend
Yes, it is.
here in America. Now, if you're listening from Norway, it's probably some other weekend or holiday, but Memorial Day is an American thing. Hey, all right, so
Oh, I forgot to mention at Burlesque Bingo when we hit 069, everybody gets a free Jello shot. That's like a new thing we just
if she
started.
calls out 069, which everyone screams.
Yeah, they all cheer when I say 069. You just say the
Jesus!
O real slow, and then we pass out Jello shots. Well, think about it. Like Jello shots are kind of like 069. You use your tongue and then you suck it in.
Sometimes you have to use your finger to get it all out.
That's
Yeah,
right, yeah.
you know, if you can't get the rest, then yeah, you
You got to get it frothy, right?
If
Hey.
you make them wrong, they're very salty.
Look, Ziggy, this is a great song. I want to see who's playing. We have to go to corpsepaint.net for live internet radio.
It is Marduk, the Blood Beast.
Oh, heck yeah!
That's
we
how
were
I
talking
like
about
my beasts. I
all
like
show.
blood
We've been
beasts.
talking about Swedish metal. Just kidding. It's Norwegian, but Marduk
About
is
to
Swedish.
say, I was like, what?
Norva Swiss.
Hey, look what I brought just for Archaon. This is the flag of Norway, people. This is the flag of Norway. We support Archaon at 1349 and Turbo Negro and
Wait.
Satyricon and all these other great Norwegian
Yeah,
bands.
Satyrcon's Monday? Next Monday, not this Monday, next
Right.
Monday.
Yeah, day after. It's actually Memorial Day
Memorial
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go.
Hey, Ziggy, thank you very much, man, for handling our show. We know that we're a big pain in the butt sometimes. We appreciate you, man.
I thought it was just you.
Yeah, it's just me.
I'm pretty
And
chill.
Janie Slash, appreciate you. You had a big day yesterday, man, and here you are, man, kicking it.
We had a crazy wild show last night in Deep Ellum. It went till 1 a.m. because
wow.
we know how to party.
Now,
Yes.
now, Satan was telling me about this before the show. You had a new routine last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he's got an image of Gretzko, I bet.
It was interesting. I'm just kidding. No, people seem to like it. Some of them didn't know what it was, and they were like, "I don't know what that was, but that was cute."
We're gonna check it out now.
"Thanks." We did not video it. Where were we checking out? What'd you take?
No, nothing at all.
Like,
We
you
just
don't
want
have any pictures I don't know about, do
We
you?
want you to talk about your cool routine of that Sanrio character.
I did an Agretzko routine last night. I worked really hard on my costume. I made like a little mask that looked like her regular face, like her normal business face, and I held it up over my face and did a little opening, and then I pulled the mask off and changed it to metal and had the corpse paint drawn on my face, and I had a microphone in my purse, and then I ran through the crowd and just started screaming at people in their face, like to the song, not just screaming at people in their face. But yeah, just, you know, when you're yelling choke on my rage a lot into a microphone, people got really into it, and then I stripped to Pantera, and they really loved that too. I realized that's not death metal, but it's just
Right.
what I could strip to, and it seemed to fit the theme. So I went with Pantera Walk.
So this is a cool image. So poor little Gretzko, she works in a corporate
Gretzko, not Retzico. Gretzko.
works in corporate America and or corporate Tokyo, and hates her
Retsuko.
job. Hates her
Retzico.
job.
No, he can't say it. He
yeah.
loves it. He
That
loves it, but he can't say. I even did the little kick, you know, that she does in the opening.
Yeah, you did.
And
That was
I
great.
worked really hard on my tail wag. I did like her metal squat stance and
So-
really shook. I shook my tail so hard it fell off.
So to let off steam, what does she do, Janie Slash? What does
Listens
she
to
do?
death metal and drinks beer. Oh, and I drank beer
No,
too
no,
in my
no,
routine.
no. She sings karaoke.
Okay,
death
sorry.
metal.
She sings karaoke death metal. So I got really
Choke on my
excited.
rage.
And drinks beer, and that's what I did last night. I sang karaoke death metal, and I drank a beer, and I shook my tail everywhere and stripped, and it
She-
seemed to go well.
So Ziggy, she went to karaoke night. Retzko does, you know, with her boss, and she starts singing karaoke. You're a shitty boss. You're a shitty boss. You're a shitty boss, and went into work the next day expecting to be fired, but her boss was hungover and didn't remember anything. She's like, whew.
I mean, she ninja chopped everybody who was like, didn't Retzko? But yeah, no, I had the little I had a white shirt underneath, and I had the blue sweater vest styled, and the blue pencil skirt, and then my panties said metal on the ass and had a pentagram on the crotch. Yeah, I figured it worked out, and I made a little tail, yeah, I had it hanging on my skirt. So yeah, and my little purse
Now
with my
that
microphone.
is a great song from Corpsepaint.net. Let's see who's playing right now. God, it sounds so good. All right, Pig Destroyer. That's Becca's band.
Yes, it is Maplethorpe Gray.
My friend has a dog named Pig Destroyer.
Right.
That's what he's.
It's a great band.
Yeah.
All right.
We saw them at a housecore horror film festival 4 or 5 years ago.
Quick rundown of what we're listening to. 1349, Liberation. So I bought this, and it's got this little label on it from the record store. And it says Norwegian black metal, or black hellacious anti-Christian metal. So I'm like, yeah, that fits. And their cool new box set they've got out is called The Candlelight Years. It's got 4 discs and then a DVD as well, so total 5. Mysticum is back. This is black metal from Norway, and they're playing at that Beyond the Gates festival with 1349. This is their Revelations of the Black Flame, and this is a double disc too. It's got a live bonus disc in there too. So a lot of 1349 on the turntable at the moment. Janie Slash, thanks a lot
You're welcome.
for everything. It was
I
great.
was waiting. It was you were going somewhere with that, and then I was like,
Hey,
you're
no,
welcome.
look, it was great to talk to LAYNA D'LUNA.
Yes, LAYNA D'LUNA is fantastic.
Big shout out and thanks to her.
Super
She's got a big
talented.
show coming up. So wish you the best, LAYNA. And then, of course, Archaon 1349, direct from Oslo, Norway. We appreciate you guys,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, what
Ziggy.
time is it in Norway?
7 hours ahead.
Ooh.
So-
How do you get all these people to stay up so late for you?
I know, pretty cool, huh? Man, we want to just expand the Corpsepaint show and get it more known.
I wore that shirt that I got from Liesel last show.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sent me those shirts, those square shirts for Call a Cab and Take It Slow. I loved it.
Yeah.
I love those shirts.
Right, she's awesome, man.
And we actually have a video of 1349. Do we want to go out on that?
Yes, we do. We want to go out on it. This is called Slaves. It's one of their more recent videos. This is extreme in-your-face metal, the way 1349 flavors it for you.
Sunday, we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas Frightmare Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs all the time.
Sure. I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stop and down
Wag their finger at me for being Satan.
The Corpsepaint Show rules!